popped into my head, I can do something right now that is so weird, I want to see how everybody reacts. But what I didn't realize is we always try to fit in, and we want to blend in, and we don't want to be noticed. I didn't think about, it would have been better if I said, hey, watch this, here's what I'm gonna, I never said that. I didn't have anybody to do that to. So I would do something ridiculous, and I think it was so funny, alone, everybody else would look at me like, what the hell is he doing? Everybody. Even, you know, I talk about it in my book. I got thrown out of one school. I called in the Yellow Pages. I called because I thought this was funny. It is funny, but I was alone. I called construction companies to give bids on an addition to the library. Because I knew, listen, I didn't tell anybody. I didn't tell one friend. I knew that in 9th, 10th grade math, I was in a classroom overlooking the field. So it was so much fun for me to be in the field, and I'm looking down on the field, and there's a guy like measuring. He's got that big thing. And I'm the only one in the class that knows what's going on. And then I can't hear anything, I can't see anything, I'm not saying anything to anybody around me. I see the principal, I see the you, walk out to the guy, and I can see gesture like that. That's the gesture. I see that. What are you, and I see the guy explaining. And I'm at my desk going, which there's nothing going on in the class. Everybody's looking at me like, what's that? What does that sound? Nothing's going on. So again, I'm becoming more of a pariah, more of a, and then there's an announcement. Your voice, would Howard Mandel please come to the office? I know. Yeah, and everybody's just looking at me like this idiot. I'm an idiot. I'm going to the office, and this was my joy. My joy was sitting with you. No smile, no, not your joy. But my joy was sitting with you, you looking at me in the face and saying, I was just out in the field, and there's a man measuring. Do you have any idea what this is? And I would just say, yes. I said, will you explain it? Well, he's going to give a bid on an addition.
And why is he doing that?
Let me explain. I'm actually getting 3 bids, and I'm not happy. I did. That's an absolute true story. Then what was funny, he goes, excuse me. You say, excuse me. You leave, you call my parents. My parents come in. I have to wait. I wait out front. Nobody's there. People are walking by. They don't know what's wrong. They don't know what I did. I'm alone. I'm alone in my own little comedy show. And then my parents show up. And I'm sitting in the room where you explained to my parents, you know, Howard, I was always Howard. That's why I go by Howard.
That's why I called you Howard.
Howard, I know. Howard is always, the connotation is anger to me, Howard. But anyway, he explains that your son was getting bids on the Learning Resources Center. And I can see my parents who are trying to be, they are very good parents, but they realize it's a serious situation, but they also realize they're just biting their lips. I can see the quiver in my mouth. They want to laugh, but you're not supposed to laugh, right? They want to laugh, and that's even better for me. I finally, and I don't know what he was expecting me to say, like we told him to never do that. But constantly, that was my comedy, which now I get calls from people in Toronto and go, oh, you were in our school, you were so fun. Nobody thought I was funny. Nobody was my friend. Nobody, you know, they ended up copying this in a movie later, but when I was at Northview Heights in Finch and Bathurst, and I had swimming. We had a pool in Northview. And my swimming class was always the last period of the day. The last period. So it's 30 below. I would leave, I had long hair then, my hair would be wet, it would freeze before I got home and break off. This is uncomfortable. You know what they did? This is not even, they had canoeing. They had a canoe. It was like the teacher would teach us how to canoe. One paddle, bang. And then we'd have a one paddle, bang. I don't know when this came in handy. Maybe for the audience in Thunder Bay, maybe this is... Yeah. You see, I brought it in. Good, thank you. thought it was a ridiculous class. So this is before they did it on TV, before I went out, and this is documented and became part of my act, but I went out, I didn't want to go swimming. So I went out, I didn't tell anybody. I didn't have anybody to tell, I didn't have friends. I went and bought an O. Henry bar.
No.
I threw it in the pool.
You took the wrapper off first, didn't you?
Yes! And I bent it a little too. Wait. So now I'm waiting. The pool's closed, all the swim classes have been canceled, and there is an announcement.
Howie Mandel.
No, they didn't blame it on me right away. That's not, you don't go to me, you know.
Eventually we do.
No, yeah, I know. But they said if anybody knows anything about what was done or who did this in the pool, please let us know. Now, a lot of people, there's 2,000 kids in the school, didn't know that anything had been done to the pool. And I knew that people would now show up to see what was done in the pool. So I ran down the pool in between classes. There's 500 kids all looking in the pool, and everybody's looking at the bottom, and you see what they don't know is an O. Henry bar. They don't know that. Everybody's going, oh my God, look at that, look at that, look at that. It's the first time in my life I have an audience. They don't know me, they don't like me, I don't have an act. What do? I dive in and come up with an act. But Howard Mandel, please come down.
So, in high school.
That'll be a good shot. You zoomed right in. You waited for the shit to hit the fan.
So, in high school, the biggest problems are with girls.
Oh, I had no.
You had no problems with girls?
I had no problems with girls.
You had no
I
problems.
looked like a girl. First of all, in high school,